Hi everyone, this is White Dish Alchemy, and today we're covering vision boards, and I'm going to teach you one that works. It is vision board time of the year again. We're on our last days of December 2025, and what better thing to use these days for these holidays? 2026 should be our year, and that, my little witches, we can always achieve if we do things right. Many people make vision boards, look at it every day, and in the end of the year, they complain how it didn't work for them and how it is a scam. Well, I'm going to show you how to make a successful one this year, 2026. The process of making a vision board starts always before cutting and sticking random Pinterest pictures on a board. And there are a few steps that if you skip, chances are you're going to make one that fails. So, what are the steps and where do we start? Step number one, we start with us. What are our goals? What do we want to achieve? Take a little notebook and note these guide questions down. We need to get super clear with what we want. We as humans tend to generalize our dreams and wishes, and because we often catch ourselves being unrealistic or we don't have enough time to daydream about everything and keep notes in detail, we skip these things. So, first aspect, when you think about your ideal version of yourself, where do you see yourself? I mean, you can think about anything. This is your vision board. What are the surroundings? Are you constantly traveling or not? Which city do you live in? What is near you? The sea, the forest, the river, the mountain? What is the temperature like? What does it feel like? Do you have any specific place in mind? If yes, note it down. The second aspect, how does your space look like? We also want to get specific here. Is it a room, an apartment, a house, a villa, a duplex? What is it? What does their interior look like? What does your bed look like? Which is your favorite space to spend time in? How does your desk look like? Do you have any hobbies that would take a bit of this space? And how would that room or that space look like? And with that, we jump to the third aspect, which is your career and creative flow. What do you want to do in general? What do you want to do for work? How does it make you feel? And which part of it is most attractive? What is your primary source of income? What makes you get out of bed in the morning? Do you have a passion project? If yes, what is it? Is that another stream of income? Or is it just a hobby or side project that you're doing? Speaking of income, how much do you make monthly or yearly, and where does it come from? Now, let's talk about the fourth aspect, social life. This is also very important because this does influence like the first three aspects of your life. So, try to think about this a lot more, but I'll give you also the questions here. Who are the people you spend most time with? Who are the most important people in your life? What kind of social community do you have? And what kind of activities do you do together? Do you share certain hobbies or are you just hanging out for fun? This ties into the first three aspects that I talked about because your activities, your apartment or the place you live in, and your income or hobbies will have a lot to do with your social circle. So, are you hanging out for fun with your friends? Are you creating together? Are you eating out together? Be specific of all the scenarios you see yourself in. Do you have a specific lover? How do they look like? And what kind of qualities do they embody? How do they act around you? And what do you get to do with them? If you have more details to put in here, do so, feel free. And finally, we'll talk about the fifth aspect, which is health, physical and mental, and lifestyle. This is so often skipped upon. Health is usually taken for granted, but we have to stop here too. We cannot ask for a huge amount of income out of thin air because it could happen that that thing manifests into our lives, but in the wrong way, in the way that we didn't want to. I don't want to make you afraid of to ask the universe for a specific amount of money, but at the same time, if you're a logical person, you have to really think logically about it as well. So where it is coming from, and hopefully it's not coming from a health issue. So health is taken for granted. We have to look into this as well. So what do you do in the morning? How's your morning routine looking like? What makes you feel healthy and comfortable in your body? What are some habits of yours that fill your own cup? What do you do to soothe yourself, and how do you take care of yourself? What does your lifestyle look like? What do you look like, and how do you dress? Do you like going on trips? Which countries are you looking forward to visit? And are there any sports or activities you see yourself trying? About the way you look, some people might have a really specific body image that they want to achieve, and that's also fine. um but for example, it could go wrong if you don't put the right intention into these goals. You would want, let's say, to lose, I don't know, 20 kilos, but that could come as a health issue. That's why this part is really, really important to um, also manifest or include in your vision board. Now, after we've cleared um, the extended vision of our life, it's time for step number two, which is evaluation. Look into every little detail and try to be mindful of how it makes you feel. Make little notes um, of these feelings and try to understand, does your brain think those are achievable in 2026? Go ahead and underline with a red marker the details your consciousness is maybe doubting at this moment. Most gurus would tell you anything is possible and everything could be achieved in no time. And that's true, but not if your mind doesn't accept it. And most logical people won't accept it. If you are a beginner in manifesting or simply a more logical person, this part will be a bit more challenging for you, but we can adapt. Those details we underlined, we will edit them into more approachable goals or visions for 2026. You can leave the original for a general live manifestation. You can leave it like somewhere, the thing you scripted. You can fold it and put it away for now, but start editing the super unrealistic details that your mind is refusing subconsciously. And now that your goals seem a little bit more bite size, write how having or achieving those makes you feel. Step number three, method and curating. There are a few ways you can build your vision board. You can make the typical photo collage board that you put up on the wall. You can make it inside your journal. This is my favorite. Or you can make a digital one or a document or put it as a screensaver or desktop wallpaper. There are a few ways. This depends on what you prefer. But I do enjoy having a physical vision board that I don't see every day and other people don't see it either. Plus, if it's the first pages of my 2026 planner or notebook, I'm gonna be reminded every day of it, but I'm only gonna look at it when I really need it. Find the representation of those goals in photos, of your goals in photo, and you might find it a bit challenging to find exact representation of everything, but we can fix that by writing something small on the back of the photos and making sure every word is intentional, or by working with symbolism. I would say find at least 6 to 10 photos for each aspect, and feel free to use more and be super specific about your goals, but also be selective and don't get too scattered in this process too carried away with it. Now, I did mention intention, and that's our step four. Charging those photos with emotions and energy. This is one of the main reasons the vision boards fail. This is a visual altar of your future self. You have to keep this in mind. It has to be charged with energy and intention. Why do you want the things you want? Why are they important to you? And how do they make you feel? You have to think about these and feel while you're putting your board together. Use symbolism during this part too. Not everything has to be literal. Your vision board can be a spell, so you should layer it like one. And trust your intuition rather than symmetry during this process, and help yourself with music that matches these energies if you need to. If you're more into witchcraft, draw sigils, use specific oils on photos, or use plants to match the manifestation. So if you want to bring in money, maybe use chamomile, or if you want to bring in something romantic, maybe use roses. If you're into witchcraft, you will know what to use. Um, so choose plants that match your manifestations, get creative, and trust your gut. Step number 5, which is also very important, learn how to work with it. Don't obsess over it. You have to understand the basics of manifestation to get this point. Mastering clarity, emotion, and then letting go will bring you anything you believe you can have. This one um, is one of the reasons I love planner or journal method, because it allows you to take breaks. It allows you to be away from your wishes and dreams. You already know you have it in a way because it's in your planner, quite physically. Um, Glance at it once in a while, so occasionally, and give gratitude to it. Also, take aligned action when opportunities appear. I sometimes see people acting against um, it, like intentionally, to see if it still works, and then they are surprised it didn't. That opportunity was already sent to you by the universe, but whatever you believe in. Um, and you saying no to it is an answer that the universe values. So if an opportunity comes your way, take it. It's not the time to challenge your vision board in a way. If there are any areas of your life that you can already align with the 2026 vision, take action. It will bring everything closer. It will link the higher self with the physical body, and it will be easier for your mind to accept these goals as realistic. So if you have a full board of goals and you can already achieve some of them, um, then take action upon those, and then everything else will seem more realistic. So that was it with the vision board. I think I covered everything I needed to, or anything that I think it's important. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. And I wish you lots of luck with your 2026 vision. Bye bye.